Hey guys, this is Jimmy, also known as Jumanji1776. I am a moderator at Option Goats Trading LLC. That's right, we are an actual LLC out of the state of Wisconsin. Here is our main website. Don't forget to hit subscribe, the bottom green square with the OG and the goat on there. Make sure to hit subscribe and hit like there. If you click on this link on our website at optiongoatsllc.com, if you click on this link right here, it will take you to our Discord server, of which case, if you are free, you would be getting a call out every now and then, and you would also get a general chat. This is not financial advice. I am not a financial advisor. If you do need financial advice, please contact your financial advisor. So you do get the free chat and you get the call out. Just an FYI, our bot right now, we have a bot that comes with the OG Prime membership. If you are new, you can sign up for the OG Prime membership by using the code SPRING30, which is all lowercase SPRING, numbers 30. And you would get, instead of paying $60 a month, you'd be paying $30 a month for 3 months. So instead of paying $180 by the end of the third month, you'd be paying $90, which is a pretty good deal because you would be getting the prime chat, the one-on-one. If you have any questions, daily watch list, OG education, Q&A. Our bot gives all kinds of signals. And what I mean all kinds, I mean they give you scalp signals, crypto signals, swing signals, leap signals, as all the signals you basically would need in trading that I can think of would basically come in there. The only signals they don't give you would be like CDs, you know, or bonds, in which case we don't need signals for that, right? So that's our website. And then here is our Option Goats Trading. Oops. Here we go. Option Goats Trading. Here's all our videos from the past, all our swing recaps. Let's be honest here. May was really good. April was really good as well. This past week was the second week of June. We're talking, let's see, June 7th to June 11th. We had a couple of positions that we had to get in and out of. Also a couple of positions that we had to reevaluate and see where the market was because we're starting to look very bullish coming into the end of this week. And I'll dive into that here in a bit as well. Alrighty. So first things first, let's go over some of the profits that some of our traders had. So here we have Spike making a quick scalp on Beyond, made $160 there. Facebook made $119 there. Excuse me, Warren Buffett making $109 there, 70 on Facebook, 95 on Fubo, 150 on APPS. It's making 85 on Roku. All of these, some of these were also signaled by the bot. I know some of these were his own trades. So right on Warren, that's freaking awesome. He's making money here. He's one of our excellent traders that we have in the Discord server. Spike making 100 off a scalp from the watch list. Warren, 272 on the space call that he had. Chewy's up $83. Great trades, man. Great trades. Matthew had plus $690 on his CLOV position that he had. He was also big on BBIG and OCGN. He took profits on AMC this week. Good job, Matthew, taking profits. Look at that. Bought it for $126 and he's up, let's see, $3,800. That is freaking awesome. Nas with the 21% gain that one day. And Spike with $93 scalp right there with Amazon. Nothing too exciting, but gains are gains. Looks like he made $295 on Fastly. Nice, nice. Warren's making good. These are my returns on my PDT shares. We hit a nice milestone, up $6,000 total on my shares. Macy's call that XX made. BIIB scalps for Spike as well. Pickle Rick looks like he made a little bit of money here on Roblox, which was also a call out. Day traded Warren, made $274 on SPY. Nice. Made a little bit of on IWM this week. We still have a position, which I'll go over in a bit. Faded, look at that. 247% on his spread there. That's freaking awesome. Warren with more gains, and that's about it. So let's go over a couple positions that we have. So first things first. So the first week of June, we had AMC, you know, soar, which was kind of crazy. It was a 4-day week, and now we're coming into the second week. And let's take a look at SPY, and let's take a look at Qs. So here's Qs. It is at a major level right here. As you can see, 1, 2, 3, 4 times it's rejected. We're going to be in for something next week. You know, we're either going to be dropping, we're going to get either sell signals up here, or we're going to just keep going up and up, in which case we're going to, you know, switch a lot of our positions into calls. Same with SPY. If we go back to SPY, It is up here, all-time highs. We broke, but we didn't break with like crazy volume or anything. We kind of just slowly went up. We came down in the morning, and then we just climbed back up during the day. So looking at those positions as well. So a couple of callouts that a couple of trade ideas that I've made this past week. Let's see here. Here we go. Alrighty. So let's talk about the positions that we have right now. We do have Snap, right? We're short on Snap. So we're short on Snap right now. We're holding this play only because in the past levels, it's always came down from the 65, 66 level. Right now, it's creeping up at 64, 65 right now. So we went short. As long as it stays under 64, we're going to collect our full premium on this one. I really like this play just because this is a pretty strong resistance for Snap. And the odds are with us for Snap to the downside. So we'll be watching that in the coming weeks. We sold a spread for 25 bucks. 64 to 64.50 spread. We had it when it was down here. We were green. We're a little red now, but we will be watching it throughout the week. Now, we also have an open position on coin. Okay, we're looking at coin going down. I am not bearish on crypto. I am not bearish on Bitcoin. If Bitcoin does come down though, this would help the coin. I'm strictly only playing coin to the downside because it's an IPO and because it had a high valuation. Do I think it's a bad company? No. Do I think it doesn't have a future? Do I think it's going to have bad earnings? Do you think it's going to be just a crash and burn type deal? No, I think coin is great, but there's something that you can reap off the benefits from. Instead of going long here, you can go short here because of the IPO. So it looks like basically what we did is we went short here. Well, at that time, it was about 240. Now we're at 223. We have the 195, 200 put debit spreads, and we're needing this stock to go from here to about here, okay? So basically going from here to here. If we extend this line, it's gonna follow and trace back all the way to the IPO price. Look at this. This is crazy of where it opened. Straight beam line. So right now, yeah, I feel pretty good that coin is going to be coming down to at least 200 in the coming week or so. I had June 18th, which was about right here. Didn't think that was going to be enough time, so I went ahead and rolled it to June 25. The max profit is about 400. We spent about 100 bucks on that put debit spread. Feel pretty good about this play. We'll see what the next week brings for us. So moving on, we did have a Geo EV stock debit spread that we had for next week. It was the 10, 12, 50 call debit spread. It was about 100 bucks. We unfortunately got stopped out of it, but it is starting to build the base down under at 10 and 9. Coming into the week, this might actually be a good entry to go long here, especially if EV gets a little bit more news, and especially if Canoe Geo EV gets a lot more news next week as well. So we'll be watching Geo EV in the coming weeks. So Hog, so we went long on Hog. This might have been not the best time to get in on it. All this time when it popped over the 50 SMA, it would ride above the 50 SMA. It popped over the 50 SMA, and I thought this would be a really good entry. We went in and it dropped down. The next couple of days, we got stopped out at 50 bucks. So again, if you haven't watched my videos, you know, not everyone has $20,000, $50,000 to trade with. I do, but I don't want to, you know, I don't use big positions to trade. Why? Because I want my money to last not tomorrow or next month. I want it to last a year after that, right? I want my money to last. Is that going to work if I keep going 1,000 or 2,000 into my positions? No. The more I'm right, the more I'm going to make profits, the more I'm going to come out green at the end of the week, month, year. That's kind of how it works. So Hog here, we got stopped out, and good thing too, because by Friday, these were down even another 50 bucks on that day. So that was a good managing risk position right there. So I want to go back to Square. This is Square. And I sold a put credit spread, and I did not stick to my plan. I will admit it. Well, actually, I did stick to my plan. But so it was up here. I sold a 210, 212 put credit spread. I told myself if it ever crosses this 210, which it did right there. It was like at 210, like right. If it ever just came close to the line, I told myself I'm cutting it, because at that point we were gonna be at a $50, 50% loss. at that point, that's 50% loss. We don't want to lose more than the premium that we collected, right? Because we sold a vertical put spread. We want the stock to go up. Collect 77 and the max loss was 173. We got stopped out at $30 when it popped up here. Guess what it did? Look at that. We would have been collecting almost all the premium by this day, but instead we hit our stop loss. Is that a bad thing? No. If I had to go back, would I have changed anything that I did? Probably not. You know, maybe if I would have just waited a couple more days, if it would have came down here, it probably would have been better to go. But since it was testing this level, when it tested down here from its advance, when it bounced and then bounced again right there, I mean, that's basically just a double top, or excuse me, a double bottom that we're seeing, and then it lifts off and it's going into higher. So again, another reason why we're looking at Qs to the upside next week. Alrighty, so that was Square. Let's go on to Fubo. So on Fubo, we bought a vertical call spread that was partially in the money. The reason why I went in the money is because the spreads were actually priced really, really well. We were only having to pay about $60 for it to be already in the money, and we had a $40 profit margin. So here's the deal though. Here's the gap. It filled the gap, and it also went lower, and it was testing this 27. Once it hit here, we got stopped out, unfortunately. So it was about $100 cost, and we lost about $50 of the risk. So again, just got stopped out. What we could have done better is we could have waited another day for it to come lower and then go long. On the next day, it would have came up, right? During this time, this is kind of what Qs did. Let's get rid of that. Oops. Let's get rid of that. No, actually, bad example. Let's take that out. There we go. But anyways, yeah, Fubo, and then it ended up reversing. We would have been green on that, but we got stopped out. So unfortunate that happened. Again, would I go back and change it? No. Why? Because I'm sticking to my plan and I'm always managing my risk. Just unfortunate how Fubo and Square happened this past week. So, alrighty, and so looking at IWM as well. So SPY and Qs, we're looking a bit strong, and sometimes Russell will do the opposite of that. We shorted IWM strictly because at this level, it typically comes down here. 1, 2 rejection, looking for that 3 rejection. We're looking for a 4th one. If it comes back up down here, if it comes below 229, that's going to be our profit taking. We sold the 230, 231 call spreads for June 18th. So next week, if we get any kind of pop under 229, we're going to collect 40 to 50% of our profit, max profit on those spreads. So premium collected was 171, max loss is 129. We got in at a very good time on IWM, so I feel pretty good about that play. Looking at TAL, this was a play I came up with. I made a lot of money on this stock just coming down. Look at that, 90 down to 51, popped up to 66, and now it's back at 29. On this pop that we had a couple days ago, we sold the 25, 2750 call spreads for 618. We collected 182, so our max loss is actually $68. It's not bad at all. It's a 2-to-1 risk reward, which not bad, although we did have to sell the call spread within the money. Again, not a bad thing at all, but I feel pretty good about TAL coming back down. On these pops, this is when you want to short these pops. And we got a pop right here, and we got a pop right here. Sold it, came down. We are green on this position right now, but if we get another pop under the 24, which I think it will, if it tests 25 again, that's when our premium is going to be so cheap, we'll most likely be able to get 100 or 150% profit. Now, did we get enough time? This is for 618, and we collected a premium 182. We will need some type of flush next week, either hopefully on Tuesday or Wednesday, in order for us to keep this play. I don't think $68 is that bad of a loss, especially for the risk reward on this one. But we definitely don't want to be caught holding it if it's starting to go up higher, right? Okay, so McDonald's, oh my gosh. So again, like I said, May and April were such good months, and this week was just we had a lot of different trades that just did not go the way as planned. But looking at McDonald's, so what if I told you on this day was when their data got breached? Would you say that's probably what the stock should have done? No. When do stocks actually go the way they're supposed to? Never. But I thought maybe from that news that it would come down. Instead, it absolutely just came up. Again, McDonald's is one of those stocks like Kroger, Coca-Cola, PepsiCo, J&J. It likes to just mess around at ranges for a while. Like if we pull up McDonald's and we just look at these days, I mean, you can see the gap up and gap downs on all of these stocks, and it likes to just find a range. You know, we can find ourselves at 237. We can also find ourselves at 228. We sold the 232.50 and the 235 call spread for 625. So am I really worried about this play right here? Not really. No, I'm not. Why? Because our expiration is going to go all the way out until 625 right here. So we still have 10 trading days. Is there a chance that the stock is going to hit the top here and come back down? Absolutely. It's testing the 50 SMA right here, and it's due for a little bit of a pullback. I do think that it does like to hang around the 50 SMA. Here's some bounces and bleed throughs. It hasn't broke through, in which case I'm expecting it to break through hopefully either next week or the week after. So we'll be watching Mickey D's here. If I went back and changed anything, I would have waited for this pop. This pop probably this would have been the very, very good entry to sell a call spread. Instead, we're finding the stock above it. But again, the stock now, the premium collected was 146 and our loss is 104. That's really, really not a bad risk to reward. We sold the premium when it was really, really juicy. So the entry was still very good. Again, if we go back, I probably would have sold the 237, 235. But again, if we did that one, it probably wouldn't have been that much premium collected because as you can see, the stock is not even at 237.50 right here. Still think it's a good play. Looking forward to next week or the week after. And then we played Fastly. Now, Fastly already covered its gap up from earnings. So here's the gap that we had. Okay. So there's the gap right there to right there. It already filled it. And the better would have been to short it up here. Instead, I shorted it when it was between 55 and 54. They were opening the option chain, which made it really hard to find a good bid and ask. So I found myself getting into the July 2nd call spreads for 7.2. So again, we still have now 15 days of trading for Fastly to be under 54 by that time. Do I think it's going to be going down? If I look at this stock right here, it looks bullish, right? How about I zoom out? How about I zoom out more? How about I zoom out more? You see this pop? I feel pretty confident that this pop was a nice blessing for this stock to go down. Yeah, this stock is at $55. It was at 114 at one point. If I pull up the daily, this stock was actually at the high of 136. Look how much room it has to run when it bounced up here. This bounce that it gave after it filled its gap is a very good sign. I'm not saying it's going to keep going down afterwards, but it definitely is going to give us another opportunity where it's going to drop under 54. Now people say, well, why are you short on Fastly? That thing's going to go up. I got calls on it. That's great. I hope you give yourself enough time because I think Fastly is going to start consolidating. And again, when it dips under 54, that's basically going to be my exit. Props to you if you're going to hold on to calls on Fastly. I might even switch to calls if it dips even lower to 52. This would be good for a long, especially if it gets to 50 to the 200 SMA. This would definitely be a good bounce play. So the next play we had is we set some butterfly traps on CAT. So let's pull up the daily on CAT. So Caterpillar's been just absolutely on a huge, huge run since the COVID bottom where it was at 100 and now it's at 220. It's dropping currently. So right now it's on a super deep downtrend. So what we did was we set butterfly traps, the 227.50, 230. Actually, I should just show you. So 227.50, you buy 227.50, one of them. You sell two of the 230s and you buy one of the 232.50. It's a call butterfly and it's for the 7.2 expiration and we got it for the 7.9 expiration. So we paid 19 bucks for one and 20 bucks for the other. Since it's a 250 strike, 2.5 strike price difference, our max profit at expiration, if the stock is at 230 on July 2nd or July 9th, is going to be $250 premium. Okay. We're just looking for the stock to be at 230 somewhere on July 2nd. So let's show July 2nd. And we're looking at July 9th. So as long as it's crossing or be, somewhere in this area where we can, let's see if we can get, there we go. We just need it like right here and right here within this area. This is the target that we're looking for the stock to be at. If it's anywhere near this, even, like 232.50 is way up here and 227.50 is way down here. We're really giving, that's actually about, that is exactly the range of where we want this stock to be. And honestly, it's going to be more like this, right? Because the closer it's going to be to that strike price during that day, that $20 is going to turn into 50, right? Of that week, if we're at 230. That Wednesday of that same week, if we're still there, it's going to go from 20 to 100, or excuse me, 20 to 50 and then 50 to 100. By the time you get to Thursday and Friday and you're still opening up at about 230 on Caterpillar, you're going to be at about $150 to $180 profit. If you're actually on 230 by that Friday, if it's even crossing on that Friday, we're going to be looking at 220, 230 is going to be how much our butterflies are going to be worth, which is great, right? Because we're less chance, but look at that, it's only $20. And could you say that Caterpillar might pop back up and just consolidate? It might consolidate up here, it might drive up here, it might pop up and then come back down. This is a really good area because 230, if we go back to Caterpillar, look at this. Look at this. This was such a good, I really, really, really like this play because Caterpillar loved 230 here. This line right here, look how much time it spent on this level. If it decides to come back down or come back up, if we find ourselves up here or down here, there's still a good chance that it might hit the 230. So I'm really excited for that play. And I think, I got one more. This one we got from the bot. This was on Ford. And right now it's been just bull flagging, bull flagging, bull flagging, bull. And right now it's coming back down to the 250 SMA. We went ahead and just grabbed it cheaply, right? So we grabbed the Ford 16 strike for 625. Okay, so 625. We've got this much time. If we can get a cross over 16, or even just get some really good news on the F-150 Lightning, we can most likely get out with 100, 200, 300%. Again, it's only a $20 call. It doesn't have a lot of time, but Ford is one of those slow movers, so you're not going to be paying a lot of premium for a lot of stocks unless the IV gets pumped. If the F-150 Lightning news comes out and it starts acting crazy like the other days, those are going to be that's going to be the time that you're going to want to sell that call. Why? Because it's going to get a lot of IV pumped into the call, and it's going to be moving on to the bullish side, right, off the news. So I'm going to be watching Ford. I'm going to be watching Caterpillar. I'm going to be watching Fastly. We're going to be looking at a lot of really, really good stocks. So I'm really, really excited for next week and the week after. I think we got a lot of really, really good positions going on. Again, we were managing risk, trying to make sure that we're not losing as much money as we can. Had we held on some of those positions, we would have been more red. Again, I'm not short long-term, right? I don't think we're going to crash, but I do think in the short term, we're going to get some type of little bit of pullback, right? That's just normal. And that's just how the market goes, right? We had Snap, IWM at all-time highs, and we also had Fastly and, high in the past like 2 to 3 weeks. We're shorting that because why? Because the call premiums got so much premium juiced in them. Are we going to get another chance that the stock's going to come back down? Maybe, most likely. I think so, right? I think there's going to be a lot of sell signals that are going to be coming in into the week. So I'm really, really excited. Let's see here. And I think that's it for the swing ideas. I do want to do a shout out for PDT. It hit, I'm up $6,000 on this stock. This is a stock that pays you a 10-cent dividend. And I bought it with an average of about 12.50, 13 down here. And most of the stocks that are in this stock is energy. And basically what I'm up $6,000 on my 14, I don't even know what it is, 1,410 shares. And every month I get paid $150 in dividends, right? I can use that to buy more PDT stock. I can use that to use option trade, but I'm not having to put more money into my account to trade, right? Because I'm using dividends or I'm using profits from my other plays. But just a huge shout out. PDT's just been a monster. Look at this. This is 14. It's already, it's gonna pass. It's gonna pass what it was before. Look how many times it's tried to pass 17. It's gonna go for 18 or 19, and I couldn't be any more happier. Okay, so those were the plays. Had some profits, had some good stuff. I do want to announce we are going to be having we're going to have a couple of new features on the bot next week by Tradeics. One, we're going to start getting crypto signals. So positions to go short, positions to go long on crypto signals, on crypto. And then we're also going to be having crypto breakout signals. So any kind of big breakouts on crypto. I don't trade a lot of crypto, so this is going to be a huge learning experience for myself. We're also going to get the repeated flow bot, which is basically like the bullseye bot, but it's going to filter out the noise, especially like GOB that we had this week. You know, as a pop and drop, you know, those kind of signals we're not really looking for. We want to see the really, really good stuff, which is the reason for the repeated flow. And let's see, because we got 3 new bots coming in. We're getting a 4th bot. The 4th bot is, scalp signals. So the scalp signal that we're going to be getting this week looks like this. Super big shout out to Tradeics. They're just absolutely killing it with their bot. I have never met anyone that is more determined to take care of their clientele like us, take care of Discord servers, and take care of traders. I mean, look at this. These are scalp ideas, and it gives you the symbol, the entry, going short or long, and then it tells you the target, the stop loss, and the potential profit. Where it's 2021. If you're making your own TA, that's great. But use the other resources that are around you as well. Why not? Because a bot has a lot more eyes than just 2, right? There's a lot more that it has to offer. So anyways, scalp trade ideas. We're going to start getting scalp bot signals in the morning starting Monday or Tuesday. So super excited about that. Again, if you're new to watching our videos, Option Goats Trading, right down here, we would have our mods sharing their plays. Traders would share their plays right there. Excuse me. So we're going to be having the scalping bot coming, and then the bullseye bot coming, and then we get another bunch of other bot signals that come in. Breaking news, upgrades, block trades, large sweeps, insider trading, all that good stuff is going to be coming in. So super, super excited. And then, so I am going to announce who the Hall of Fame weekly winner is. And let me pull up his trade. Let's see here. He was in member workshop. So this is where, if you're an OG Prime member, you can go to the member trades channel, post your own trade, post the profits, and show the entry and the exit, and then you're entered into the weekly Hall of Fame. Once you win the weekly Hall of Fame, you're thrown into the monthly Hall of Fame, in which case you can win the $50 prize at the end of the month. At the end of the year, we pick one big winner that's going to get a big prize. We haven't decided on the amount of money yet, but at the end of the year, we take all 12, we pick one person, and they have a chance to win a pretty good amount of money. I'll give you a hint, it's gonna be more than $50. That's about it. So going back here, see if I can find it. Oh, let's go back here. So here is Matthew. Matthew, congratulations, my friend. You won the Hall of Fame. This is for, oops, I'm sorry, not this one. This one. He went in on CLOV. I remember this because he talked about the trade, but he talked about going into the CLOV call out from the bot earlier, and he came out with $560 P&L. He talked about also that he got into AMC, came out with really, really nice profits right there. If we go back to profits here, and we go back to Matthew, see where'd he go? Bam, $690 he was able to get out, and that was a bot call out. So good job. And the only reason I know that is because he called it out in Prime Chat, saying that he got into the bot signal, which is great because CLOV made a bunch of money this week. So to kind of show you what kind of money he made, our bot called it out. Our bot called out the stock, I think right here when it was about $10, and he bought a couple calls and he was up $700 once it topped out at 23 or 24. So great job, Matthew. Awesome using that bot as a resource. Great trade there, and welcome He's also a new member of OG, so this is the first he won the Hall of Fame. So congratulations, Matthew. You'll be entered for the Hall of Fame this week. Other than that, like I said, if you have any questions, please DM me, Jumanji1776. If you want to join our Discord, hit that button right there. Like I said, we're getting so many. We're gonna be getting really crazy stuff with our bots. So I'm really excited for the weeks to come. And don't forget to subscribe to our Option Goats Trading channel. I think that is about it. Today's Saturday. Utah Jazz play tonight in LA, so hopefully they win. Hope you have a great weekend and can't wait to rock it on Monday morning. See you guys.